And welcome back to Big Mouth and welcome to the DC Extra. DC superfan Scott Edwards tagged me in this article from Screen Rant. Superman and Lois recasts Arrowverse's Morgan Edge. Superman and Lois have officially recast Arrowverse villain Morgan Edge, with Adam Rayner taking over from Supergirl's Adrian Pasdar. I'm disappointed. I've got a lot of time for Adrian. He was brilliant as Petrelli. I forgot what his first name was in Heroes. So I thought he was a really good Morgan Edge. Of course, we had the best Morgan Edge on Smallville, didn't we? Oh my God, Rutger Hauer, the legend, the icon, the late Rutger Hauer as Morgan Edge. No one is going to beat what he did on Smallville, but let's see if they tell us why this has been recast. But I am disappointed initially. Superman and Lois has officially recast Arrowverse villain Morgan Edge. With Adam Rayner taking over in February in 2021, Superman and Lois will become the latest addition to the CW's ever-growing Arrowverse, which the network has attempted to rebrand as the CWverse. Tyler Hoechlin first stepped into the part of Clark Kent, aka Superman, for a recurring role on Supergirl. Over the years, however, Hoechlin has returned for several crossover events, along with Elizabeth Tulloch as Clark's true love, Lois Lane. Oh, Lana fans won't like that. Following the massive Crisis on Infinite Earths event last season, Clark and Lois are finally branching out for their own solo series. With production on Season 1 well underway, Superman and Lois has been steadily amassing a full supporting cast to go along with Hoechlin and Tulloch. Jordan Alas and Alexander Garfin will play the titular couple's teenage sons, Jonathan and Jordan, a surprise left over from Crisis, while Emmanuel Chikri is the Arrowverse's official Lana Lang. Eric Valdez will play Kyle Cushing, Lana's husband, while Indy Navreti is their daughter Sarah. Interesting. Additionally, Dylan Walsh is Lana's father Samuel, in a recasting of the Arrowverse's previous version of the character. Let me say that again. Navreti is their daughter Sarah. I'm assuming this will be a love interest for Superman's sons, and they'll both probably be attracted to her. Well, it's the CW. While Lana's father Samuel in a recasting of the Arrowverse's previous version of the character. So obviously Lana's dad didn't die in the meteor shower because there probably never was a meteor shower. Samuel Lane isn't the only Arrowverse character who will look differently on Superman and Lois. All right, sorry, I got that a bit wrong. It's not Lana's father. It's a recast for Sam Lane. At last, we've got a new live-action version of General Sam Lane. And in the comics, he really is like Thunderbolt Ross, isn't he? And he was great in Smallville, and I'm surprised no Superman movie has ever used him. I actually thought we were getting him in Man of Steel, but we didn't, which was disappointing. Character will look differently on Superman and Lois, as nefarious businessman Morgan Edge is getting a recast of his own, while Adrian Pasdar played the character on Supergirl. Adam Rayner, Tyrant, will take on the part now. Per Deadline, Rayner will be another series regular, and his Edge is someone who is being described as an intelligent, eloquent, and impassioned self-made mogul whose innate ability to motivate is the means to his success and others' demise. It remains to be seen if Superman and Lois' Edge will reference Supergirls in any way. This is interesting. So far in this article, we haven't been given a specific reason. Edge won't be the only villain to join Superman and Lois' inaugural season, as Willie Parks will play a mysterious figure known as the Stranger. Very interested in is someone who seeks to convince the world that Superman is not needed. It's no surprise that a show about Superman would feature multiple antagonists, though fans are likely wondering if someone like Lex Luthor could ever appear on the series, unless the Stranger is kind of the crisis consequences of Lex Luthor. But an interesting concept to have someone trying to convince the world that Superman isn't needed. I like it. For the time being, it looks like Superman and Lois is sticking with some smaller stories to begin. The show will first see Clark and Lois move their family to Smallville after a tragedy takes place in Metropolis. Exactly what that tragedy is remains to be seen, but it will likely leave Lois and Clark shaken at first as they deal with the domestic pressures of raising two teenage boys. The duo will also find themselves coping with dangerous threats, seemingly in the forms of Edge and the Stranger. How on earth will they be able to balance everything? Fans will find out when Superman and Lois premieres next year in April. So thank you, Scott Edwards, for forwarding that to me. If you watched today's DCEU Daily and didn't see it then, you were thinking, oh my God, he's ignoring me. No, it's for the logical reason, not because I wanted to do a second video, it's because I forgot it. I forgot it, and that's it. So sorry about that, but you got your wish in the end. Look, I like how Superman and Lois is shaping up, and I think the author of this article is actually wrong. I don't actually think that it's going to be as small as people think. Yes, I love the concept of the two sons. I love the fact we're getting a Lana Lang and a husband and a daughter for Lana as well. That's going to be interesting. I said this about Smallville yesterday and about the Wonder Woman movie as I did a mini little review. It's kind of amazing when you kind of take emotional elements and character dynamics and make them as big as the superhero action. That means you've got a show that means everything all the time, rather than just, you know, doing the superhero action and everything just seeming like fillery and boring, as we've seen on a lot of CW shows. So this show is really, really shaping up well, and I love Todd Hellenbeck, or however you say his name's development of the show. Did first 2 seasons of The Flash, he did a great job, and everybody knows that. So I'm really looking forward to Superman and Lois. But are you looking forward to Superman and Lois? Comment down below, like, share and subscribe, and I'll be back tomorrow with even more DCEU Daily. See you again soon. And by the way, I've heard some spoilers for The Mandalorian. We have a lot to talk about on tomorrow's DCEU and everything else daily. See you then.